All right, good evening, cyber friend. It's the Midi Man coming at you again from Walker Studio here, Studio B. We give God all the praise and glory as usual, and we thank Him for all the cyber friends. You know who you are. I want to say tonight, matter of fact, we are coming off of a good day. Matter of fact, we had our communion service on the day at my home church, and we had a nice worship service. So we really want to give God the praise and give Him the honor, and we thank Him for that letting us go through it, and everything was on the up and up. I We had a good Sunday school as well. We were talking about gratitude, people. We were talking about gratitude this morning, and really and truly, there's a lot of people that could need a little bit of a good dose of that. A lot of us could use a good dose of gratitude when it come right down to it. And I'm not really saying that to be derogatory or breaking down on any one person. I'm talking about we all could use a good dose of gratitude every now and then. Um, I wanted to really just say here tonight. Matter of fact, it's right at midnight. Matter of fact, it's midnight right now. So it's already another day. We thank God for that. But I wanted to say that what I wanted to speak about is something that the Apostle Paul spoke about, and I wanted to tell everybody if you read the letters that Paul wrote, you will see that Paul was not a very he didn't consider himself a dynamic preacher. Paul he didn't consider himself as a dynamic speaker, but he was a dynamic writer. That's what he was. He was a dynamic writer. In other words, so I feel like being one of those outspoken, real dynamic preachers, Paul was not that. That was one of his weaknesses. He did not preach like Apollos. That's why he made mention of Apollos did this and I did that. But the weakness that Apostle Paul had when the limitation that he had with his orientation of speaking and preaching, he made up for it with his writing. Cause couldn't nobody write like the Apostle Paul. Therefore, we got all the 23% of the whole New Testament is written by the Apostle Paul. Where he lacked in one area, he made up for it in the other area. That's where God will do all of us. But that is not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about something real briefly this morning that Paul spoke about. And I'm going to see, can I make it, can I make it plain? The Apostle Paul told us to make certain that we work with our own hands and to make certain that we mind our own business. That was one that was a very command. That was a command. It wasn't a suggestion. That was a command that we were commanded that we work with our own hands, do our own labor to make our own food. He said if a man didn't work, neither should he eat. In other words, how can you expect something out of something if you don't put nothing in it? That's exactly what he was saying, and that is scripture, y'all. It is scripture. But he said, make certain that you mind your own business. Now, people, let me tell you something. I'm not going to sit here. Many men, I've told y'all many times, I got many faults, many of them. But minding my business wasn't one of them. Is not one of them. And the people that really know me and know me well, they will attest. But I don't need them to attest for it because, see, God knows. I take care of many man. You understand what I'm saying? I take care of many man. I don't care what you do. That's you. I ain't got nothing to do with what you do. I only got something to do with what I do. Now, most of the time, I'm to myself. I got very limited people that I deal with. And I got it like that for a reason. People, you can't deal with everybody. I hear a lot of people talk about that everybody they see is their friend. Well, not mine. Not me. Man, everybody's not my friend. And I know better than that. Everybody's not yours either. You deceiving yourself if you think that. But what I'm saying is, we need to be very careful that we mind our own business. Now, if someone asks you something, it's like my old professor when I was going to high school with Mr. Presley. he would always tell us guys, look, if ain't nobody ask you to say nothing, you should keep your mouth closed. So in other words, this is what I try to get people to understand. I mean, I'm going to use this for an example. I am the minister of music in my churches. And I'll be trying to teach something, a song or whatever, and I'm trying to get the choir to do it a certain way, and I know they're doing it wrong. And then I hear all of them talking. I sit right there and open my mouth. I let them finish. I say, okay, y'all through? And then once they get through, then I go and say what I got to say. Everybody can't talk at the same time. And then number one, most of them that talking don't know what they're talking about because you don't know nothing about no music. Just like I told them in Sunday school this morning, some of you don't know A from B flat. So how can you tell Mitty Man, the one that went to school for music, how can you tell me something you don't know nothing about it? So this is how come I say it. I will not say a word. When you know more than I do, I let you have it. And I go on about my business. I'll let you go on and just go on off into the yonder blue sky, being wrong. Because I have tried to tell you, but you see, some people you cannot instruct. But like I say, it was a song that came out years ago. Slim and the Supreme Angels made this song called, they recorded it. I don't know who wrote the song, but I know Slim and the Supreme Angels, they recorded the song. It's called Walk On, Walk On. Walk On, Talk On. I think it was something like that. But anyway, a lyric in that song, one of the verses, one of the phrases went like this. He said, if you were the right sort, I would never squawk, but a big mouth snuff dipper love to talk. See, some people like that, you need to leave them people alone. Some people just cannot help it. And he called them a big mouth snuff dipper. They love to talk. They lie on one, they lie on two, they just lie. Some people just lie to be lying. I heard a preacher, Reverend Leo Daniel. God bless him. He's long been gone from us. But Reverend Leo Daniel had a sermon, and I forget the title of the sermon, but he was talking about this man that was lying on him, and said that they was in a barber shop or something else, and said the conversation struck up about, yeah, do you know Reverend Leo Daniel? Yeah, I know him. He's a dark-skinned, a tall, light-skinned man. And he said, now y'all know how you know he was lying. Cause he said, ain't nothing light on me nowhere. He said, and I ain't never been tall, so you know he was lying. Say he was up there running him out and do nothing. He knew nothing of what he was talking about. That's the way it is. Many man live his life, y'all. I don't worry about what you say about me because you don't know nothing about me. It's a lot of people have judged me. It's a lot of people have judged me in the past. They didn't know me from Adam's house cat. They didn't know nothing about me. They just only knew what they have heard. But what y'all need to do is like my sister used to say, Sister Anna Mae Joyner, her sister Lily Bell. Lily Bell said it like this, you need to get you some business. See, that's what you need to do. Stop trying to handle everybody's business but your own. Get you some business and learn how to get out of other people's affairs being a busybody. You're going to find yourself in a whole lot of trouble. Yes, sir, you're going to find yourself in a whole lot of trouble. Keep on fooling with what I heard and what they said. Reverend E.L. McKinley had a sermon right there about, I believe it was called This Gospel or something other, but he often said, and in one of his statements, he said, you just keep on fooling with what I heard and what they said. I heard and they said got a lot of people right out there planting in that graveyard. I heard and they said done broke up home and broke up relationship, long-term relationship between good friends. Listening to what I heard and what they said. Just keep fooling with it. You're going to find yourself in a whole lot of trouble. And then when you come time to face the music, ain't nobody going to know nothing then. That's how come I don't fancy myself and sitting around with my mouth on people that I know nothing about. And if I do know anything about them, I don't have to speak it. People, we need to learn to tend and mind our own business. God knows once we learn to do that, everything going to work out so good for us. In other words, and that's how come I tell y'all, Mitty Man, I try to say to myself, because I already know there are some people that you just cannot deal with. I'm like that. It probably people feel the same way about me. They stay away from me. That's the best thing for them to do. Because, see, if you don't want to hear the truth, I have told people all the time since I've been doing the videos and the Bible study, if you don't want to hear the truth, then you better not look at my videos. You better not come to my Bible study, because that's all I know to tell you is the truth. And I'm going to speak the truth. If you knock me down on the way to the ground, I'm going to still be telling you the truth. And that's just all I know to do. But, Mitty Man, I wears out nobody cares. You can't get no one to tell me every time they look up, they see me standing in their door. No. Mitty Man do not wear out nobody's chair, because I had a great grandmama that taught me better than that. A grandmama also taught me the same thing. Do not wear out people's chairs. People don't want to see you at their house every day. And then all this calling. You ain't got nothing to tell me every day. Come on, people. Come on now. In other words, with somebody doing all that talking, somebody got to be telling some lies. So in other words, just go ahead on and be yourself and be for real. And just let us mind our own business. And I guarantee you, you'll come out on the best end of it. And that's what the Apostle Paul said. Be careful to work with your own hands and to tend to your own business. If we do that, I guarantee you, we'll be all right. This is Mitty Man, saying whatever you get into, if God ain't in it, please, ma'am, please, sir, come on out of it, because it's going to come to nothing. Till the next video, next Bible study, whichever come first. This is Mitty Man saying peace and good night.